So for today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be reacting to stupid news stories / stupid current events. The reason why I'm doing this is because last month, not January, but December 2019, there's some stupid news story oh yeah, this was literally a news story in Canada, they actually made headline news. This family, they had a birthday cake, and they're fans of I think the Maple Leafs or one of the hockey teams, and they got the cake back. And instead, I think it was instead a white or blue leaf, I forget, it was a red leaf, which, and and I can't say it mess up your cake order. It's okay, I mean, it's still cake, but when in Canada, when it makes headline news, oh no, a wrong color leaf, cake is cake. If it you say the different color of the thing means it's a different flavor, then yeah, you could be a little bit pissed. But so, and also a Catholic school suspended a student or expelled because she was wearing a rainbow sweatshirt and she had a rainbow cake. And also stupid news stories. So that's why I decided to do it this way. So I was deciding to do oh hey, maybe I could do it with Charlie in our podcast, but then I just thought you know, I'll do it right now, and that's what I'm doing this. Okay, so this first one is wildlife park owner Joe Exotic sentenced 22 years to plot to kill animal rights activists. And if you think Donald Trump was the most crazy 2016 candidate, this guy is one of the ultimate Florida man. I mean, seriously, just look him up. He looks like, what he sounds like. I'm not even kidding. Nearly 20% Trump fans think freeing the slaves was a bad idea. When the first Republican, freed the slaves. But now, you could see why this is stupid. Even for Trump. I mean, even for Trump. Okay, so I think there's been 2 students that have been suspended because of dreadlock hairstyles. But this is the first one that I found. And it's, I mean, I get maybe say oh yeah, if say dress code, if say it was a private school, then yeah, maybe a detention. But suspension, I mean, and and I heard that they're being held from graduation because of it, and that's just stupid. Just because of a hairstyle. Ladies and gentlemen, the weirdest story ever. This is a group of furries stopping a domestic assault, which the furries, they didn't have their masks on, which which thought that wait, am I reading this correctly, or is it furries, furious people? But then but then I say oh, if you see the suit, just look it up. Okay, so I'm not really gonna look up the real sites because they'll take up really too much time. But you're thinking, oh, wait, this must be in Florida. No, it's in San Jose, California. So this news story actually happened in my town, and so what happened, well, if you could just look out on the news story, so yes, but what I don't get is why didn't the news story, see a woman dumps her bodily waste on people's lawns, or woman's feces for lawn, but then this story was also on TMZ, which not on the official talk show thingy, but on just their website. But if I just turn my head a little bit around, I can see the naked outdoor store where I am in my bedroom in my condo. And yeah, and of course she would have been busted by cops. Everything you do would have DNA. And yeah. I said no, not really Trump stuff, but if you just say on the tweet on the right, it's a classic Trump tweet saying oh yeah, fake news, Barry mentioned it, biggest trade deal, blah 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 blah. But then the one on the left more just looks if someone would be texting their mom or dad, say this, okay, leaving Michigan now, I had a great visit, and I'm heading to heading to Iowa, big rally. Yeah. So that's what weird about this news story is that the one the right is a classic Trump tweet. The one the left more just looks like an actual tweet from the same person. It's weird how a Satanic Church says that Trump's spiritual advisor is a bit kooky when they're a Satanic Church. That's just weird that a Satanic Church is saying oh yeah the Trump organization, man, they're really weird. So I can't show this news story because of new COPPA laws, but saying that scientists are extracting semen out of dead men's body by just look up the news story scientists dead body semen. So another news story I can't show. A child service woman forced a mother to go into selling her body for men's pleasure. Look at how huge that number is. Over 13,000 child labor violations. Really? What the hell? Martin Luther King Jr. would have been opposed to Trump's impeachment, Kellyanne Conway says. And if you notice, I get a bunch of these from my phone. I kind of learned how to do send the images from my phone. I just send it to my Instagram. I mean, not my Instagram, my Twitter, and I downloaded them for my computer. But I know Martin Luther, and this was on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I'm guessing I'm guessing oh yeah, Martin Luther King what's it this? Oh yeah, hey, we must respect all of our races, black, white, Asian, Oompa Loompa. But what? Yeah, but another thing, Donald Trump is a racist. Do you really think? I mean, at least Donald Trump didn't say this, because at least Donald Trump actually has a little bit of a mind. I'm gonna have a stroke after this, basically. Look at this guy. One he kind of looks like the Geico Caveman, but without the brows. But what do you think he's in jail for? Rape? Robbery? Stealing a car, speeding? I'm gonna let you guess for a minute. If you guess lighting up a joint in court in Tennessee, then you're right. Apparently, you're not allowed to smoke pot in a Tennessee courtroom. The suspect approaches the bench to discuss his sentence, but instead expresses his views on legalizing marijuana before lighting up a marijuana cigarette and smoking in front of the judge. Which, when I first saw this news story, the guy kind of looks like a weed smoker, but he just looks like. But this guy is actually 20 years old. It's weird, but the beard says older, but then the hair kind of looks like. But then this guy's 20 years old, not even 25. And he looks really much older. Opera singer danced on an SUV, then crashed through a Mar-a-Lago barricade. Cops opened fire. And Mar-a-Lago is in Florida, which really works for Trump because he is really Florida, man. Because if you look at him, he looks like an orange. And what's so weird is that I just thought because when I read the story last night, it was oh yeah, there's a shooting at Mar-a-Lago. I'm like, wait, that's where Trump is. So and it was oh yeah, this is the hours before Trump was supposed to go there, which. But then dance on top of an SUV or on an SUV or. And it's an opera singer, so I can only think of the because last night I was basically watching a bunch of old early 2010s nostalgia, so I was basically watching the JG Wentworth 877 Cash Now, and in the famous commercials with an opera singer. So I just think of something like that now. Friendly kiss turns violent as woman bites off inch of man's tongue. Minnesota cop says. I mean, when you think of something up north, like this crazy, if you read like a story kind of like this, you're gonna expect, oh, Florida or like West State. But seriously, like, I wonder what was happening. What she just, what she like this? That tongue looks good. I wonder what it tastes like. Wisconsin police pull over Wienermobile for traffic infraction. So, police said that driver of the hot dog failed to give enough room to another car on the road with emergency lights, which you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb when you do that, because literally, like, you're driving a giant hot dog mobile. That's kind of like, that's kind of like, having like a giant, like, UFO in like the middle of Times Square during New Year's. Or not New Year's, because people might, like, come on. Okay, Waze app, which Waze app is basically just like, okay, so here's Google Maps. In the next 500 feet, turn left. Here's Waze. Next 500 feet, turn right, then left, right, go to the red light. Like, but with this story, so a man got lost in the wilderness instead of a casino, and this is in New Jersey, which, I, like, come on, man. Okay, so was in like the UK, I think, and the video undercut the headline, like, of like the thing was, it was about like a library, but it was about like a sexual assault, which really kind of doesn't really go in when, like, oh yeah, so like this, oh yeah, some use cheese as a bookmark, but let's talk about sexual like assault at this library. The sheriff's department attempts to describe this boulder that goes delightfully error. It's not just a boulder, it's a rock. The rock. The pioneers used to ride these babies for miles. But come on. Anyone that makes like a joke about this is just gonna make it like this SpongeBob joke. Spotify launches playlist for dogs left alone, which, that's cool and all, but I mean, dogs, like, like, it depends on kind of their breed or the size, but a lot of times, like, it's just like like small dogs, or like dogs, like, they relax more under, like, calm classical music. So it's like so think of this by like Spotify, like, this is Spotify Premium. Just 99 cents a month. Get ads free, and now here's another ad that's really long and really annoying. Yeah, okay, so here at the condo, we have like a small like Chihuahua like mix, and say there's like in another apartment of the condo, so like upstairs, like some might make like bumping noise, like my dog will like bark, and it's, like, say when she's like left alone, like she gets like really anxious. So what we do is that we just put like a white noise machine by kind of the door, cause like so that like people. And but then we also have like, it's like a little like cylinder, and it plays like calm classical music, which you think like this. Oh yeah, I mean Spotify's free, but then also like a lot of times like the playlist would just end, and also like the ads. And if you might can hear, she's barking now. I don't know what she's doing, but okay, yeah. So Jay Station, we all know him, the guy who like does like don't call this person or don't do this at like 3 a.m. challenge. The guy who bought a slave off the dark web and YouTube monetized it. Yeah, that douchebag. The douchebag that like contact like etiquette like I'm doing air quotes, like hours after like his death. Yeah, that douchebag. Which, I mean, has been almost like a week after Kobe Bryant's death, which is so sad. But at least J Station hadn't, like, you know, done like a Kobe Bryant video yet. When I say yet, because you know him. Thank you so much for watching. This took a couple hours to make. My computer's almost dead. And this video was almost going to be like over 30 minutes long, but I just decided, you know what? I better take out like some of these news stories that just like seem like, these are more just like early morning, say like like TV like talk show like things like this. So like this. Now we're gonna be watching a video of a dog on a skateboard. Oh, isn't that so? Like, you know, kind of does. But thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, comment if you want. Please share with another friend. This and thank you so much. Next week I'll try to do a book sale review like haul. I was gonna do it last week, but I had like the low hanging fruit thing, which yeah.